Here's Daniel. He went to visit his favorite building and started to wonder, what is the height? He starts to think of ways to find the answer to his question. Perhaps he could use a ruler. No, it wouldn't be very realistic or very safe to measure the height of an entire building with a ruler. How about a tape measure? Well, while that is longer, it's still not long enough to measure the height of an entire building. Daniel thinks harder, and suddenly, he remembers something that he learned in his high school geometry class. If he can figure out his distance from the building, and he can figure out the angle of elevation as he looks up to the top of the building, then he can find this height, x. While this is not quite the height of the building, if we add the distance of Daniel's eyes from the ground, we can find the height of this or any building. Daniel does some research and learns about a clinometer, a tool that will help him to find the angle that his line of sight makes with the horizontal when he looks up to the top of the building. He learns that he can either make a clinometer or just download the app on his phone. Daniel gets his clinometer and finds that the angle that he needs is 73 degrees. He does use the tape measure, but not to find the measure of the height of the building, just to find his distance from the building. He has created a right triangle. Since 5.5 feet is the distance next to the angle, this is called the adjacent. Since the side we're looking for, x, is across from the angle, this is called the opposite. Daniel uses the memory device SOHCAHTOA to recall the trigonometric ratios. Since he has the adjacent and is looking for the opposite, he needs to use the tangent ratio. Tan of the angle 73 is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. Tan 73 is equal to x over 5.5. Since there is a fraction with an unknown on the right, we can put tan 73 over 1 and cross multiply. X is equal to 5.5 times tan 73. X is equal to 17.99 feet. That is a big part of the height of the building, but Daniel cannot forget to add his height, or rather, the height of his eyes. 17.99 plus 6 is equal to 23.99 feet. Daniel has found the height of his favorite building. Now, it's your turn. Can you find the height of your favorite building?